actually know what makes up your credit score? If not, stick around. If you are new to my channel, you're going to want to check out last week's video. I will link it down below in the description box for you. I think it's a good idea to go watch that one first. That way you can understand whether or not having a good credit score is actually important and how much does it really matter. After you watch that video, then come on back to this video because we are going to discuss the 5 factors that impact your credit score so that you can truly understand what it is that makes your score go up or down. And that's going to give you a better overall picture of how you can work to improve your credit score should you need to, or how you can continue maintaining the good credit score that hopefully you already have. If this is our first time meeting, hi, my name is Kristin and I make videos all about personal finance and intentional living here on YouTube, and I'm so happy to have you here. If you enjoy videos like that, I hope you will consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell. That way you'll be notified next week when the next video comes out, and that video is going to focus on how you can continue to use a credit card to improve or maintain your credit score without ever having to pay interest. So you don't want to miss that one. Whether or not you're actually a fan of using credit cards, it's still important that you understand exactly how your credit score works. We're going to go ahead and hop over onto my computer and we are going to have a close look at the 5 factors that impact your credit score. What you're seeing here on the screen is actually a slide from my signature money course. It's called Makeover Her Money, a makeover for her money and her mindset. And this slide is specifically breaking down what factors go into determining what your credit score is. So you can see this pretty little pie graph here. The biggest factor is your payment history. That means, obviously, did you pay your payments on time? This is the biggest thing that creditors use to assess the risk of extending credit to you, of giving you a loan, because they don't want to loan money to you if it seems as though it will be risky whether or not you'll be making your payments, right? They want to see consistently on-time payments. And that is 35% of your credit score is based on your payment histories. It's a big deal. If you learn anything from this video, it is to hands down do everything you can to always make all of your payments on time. Next, we're going to look at amounts owed, which makes up 30% of your credit score. And you will often hear amounts owed also referred to as your credit utilization rate. And what this is it's showing your creditors whether or not you are overextended with your debt. The creditors want to see that you have a lot more credit available to you than you are using. So for example, if I have $10,000 credit available to me, we'll just say I have one credit card, that's all. The credit limit is $10,000. I have nothing else available to me. If I wanted to spend it all, I could spend $10,000 and not a penny more. However, if we assume that I have a $1,000 balance on that $10,000 limit credit card, then that would mean my credit utilization rate is 10%, because I'm only using or utilizing 10% of the credit that is actually available to me, okay? And 10% would be good. That's something that creditors would want to see. What they would not want to see is if we are assuming the same scenario that I only have one credit card with $10,000 available to me, and I have a $9,800 balance on there. So that means I only have $200 more that I can spend. That is showing an incredibly high credit utilization rate, and that is a red flag to creditors. What that is showing them is you are just one emergency away from busting your entire credit limit, having no more credit available to you should you need it or want to use it. You're maxed out. You don't have the means to pay it off consistently. And please understand, I'm just generalizing here to try and really explain the concepts. Of course, there are people that could have their credit card almost maxed out and still be able to pay everything no problem. But it is a red flag to the credit bureaus. So it is important to have more credit available to you than you are planning or needing to use. Okay. Again, that is amounts owed / credit utilization, and that makes up 30% of your score. The next factor is your length of credit history, and this makes up 15% of your credit score. The longer you have credit accounts open in your name, the more established they become and the better they can reflect on your credit. So again, if there's somebody who has 5 credit cards, and those 5 credit cards, maybe a couple of them they've had for almost a decade, and there's somebody else who has 5 credit cards, but they're all brand new, maybe within the past year, that could be a bit of a red flag as well. That could signal to creditors that there is something going on in that person's finances, that they are running out and needing to secure all of these credit cards to have all of this credit available to them. Again, I know that may not necessarily be the case. There's plenty of reasons people could be getting a bunch of credit cards in a short amount of time. But again, the longer you have some of your accounts open, the better that looks to creditors and the better impact that's going to have on your overall credit score. The next factor is new credit. So that is 10%. It also ties into what we were just talking about, where lots of new credit, opening multiple accounts in a very short amount of time can also make you appear risky to creditors. This is also the factor that people are referring to when they tell you that if you have your credit pulled too often, it can actually ding your credit score. And that's usually just a temporary decrease you'll see in your score, but that is kind of reflected in that new credit section. So it's not going to have a humongous impact because, again, the new credit is only factoring into 10% of your score, but it's definitely something that you just want to be mindful of. The last 10% is your credit mix. Creditors do like to see that you have the ability to manage multiple different types of credit accounts, okay? They don't want to just see that you're only able to handle a mortgage. It just makes you appear more well-rounded financially, I suppose. If I'm not sure if that's the best way to explain it. Again, your credit mix is only impacting your score at 10%, but it's just something to think about. So those are all of the factors that are actually making up your credit score. So when you hear people talk about your credit report or your credit score, these are the things that they are referring to. We are now going to hop into the credit tool that I like to use to monitor my credit score. So this is called Credit Sesame. As you can see up here, this is a completely free website. I will leave a link for you down below. You can sign up for an account. There are multiple different sites like Credit Sesame out there available to you. Honestly, I think it's just a personal preference. I just like the way the dashboard is set up better with Credit Sesame. All of them are going to try and sell you loans, get you to sign up for credit cards, all of those things, because that is how they make money. So they are going to offer you this service for free in the hopes that you are going to sign up for something else and they can make money there. It's completely legitimate. I have had no issues with it. It's not a scam. They're not stealing your information. It's all good. So if you like what you see here, head to the description box when this video is over and go ahead and sign up for Credit Sesame and check it out. If for some reason you don't like it, like I said, there are some more out there. There is another one I do check every so often. If you're curious about it, let me know. If you want to see a quick video on what that one looks like, I can do that too. Let me know in the comments. What it does is it offers you a free credit score. It does not give you a free credit report, okay? You are entitled by law, at least here in the United States. I'm not sure how this works outside the United States, but you are entitled by law to get a free copy of your credit report from every one of the 3 credit bureaus one time per year. So here in the US, we have 3 main credit bureaus: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And you will often find different information on each of your 3 credit reports because not all creditors report to all 3 bureaus. They are not mandated to. So sometimes you will see different information on different credit reports. You'll also notice that your scores from each credit bureau tend to differ. They're usually pretty close. Credit Sesame only shows you your TransUnion credit score. The point of this is really just to kind of keep an eye on it, especially if you're somebody who's looking to improve your credit score, or maybe somebody who has taken action already to improve their credit score and you're just wanting to keep an eye on to see if it is coming up. Just a real quick way to get the basic information. I just wanted to quickly go through Credit Sesame so you could see some of the information they give you on here, because I do think it's very helpful. Over here, again, you can see there's a whole bunch of different sections. If you are looking for a new credit card or personal loans or auto loans, I cannot attest to how good those offers are because I don't really pay them any mind. Credit Sesame is going to give you an updated TransUnion credit score every month. So you can see right here, it was just updated today, it's saying, and the next update is in 28 days. Now there is an option if you want to update your score. Again, you can upgrade your account to premium, can try it free for 7 days, and you can get your full credit report from all 3 bureaus. You can refresh your score every day. And there's a whole bunch of other I guess, good options that go along with the premium. My overview is where we're going to find this information. So if we scroll down a little bit here, we can see credit analysis. If you click on what's impacting my score, and it's going to give you information on each of those 5 factors that we just reviewed on the previous slide. Click here into payment history. It is going to reiterate right here on the side what we just covered on the previous slide. It's telling us that payment history is 35% of your score, which we already discussed, and it's a high impact. That's because it's the largest percentage that it's impacting of your score. It's rating me an A for payment history. This is like a report card, if you will. I have 0 negative marks. I have 0 derogatory and 0 delinquent marks on my account. You can check into this information here, and it's going to give you some extra little tidbits of information every time you click on one of these questions. Keep going down. It gives me a high 5. So kind. It's just giving me tips that says keep up the good work, to enroll in auto pay so I don't miss any dates. And then it's just telling me that it's giving me better offers because my credit is high. So again, you don't have to pay attention to that unless that's something you're looking for. But I do like seeing the tips here. I think it's fun. I don't know. I kind of like the report card model. I told you before, I'm a huge nerd. So the second factor is credit usage. If you remember, we actually called it amounts owed on the previous slide, or credit utilization rate. So again, this is telling me that this is a high impact because it's 30% of my score. And it is still rating me an A because I'm using less than 10% of my available credit. So it's saying right here, keep it under 10% to keep getting an A in this particular area. All right, so I'm using 2% currently, and it tells you right here the grades. 0 to 10 is an A, 11 to 30 is a B, so on and so forth. And the reason I have an A in this area is because my total credit limit is almost $27,000, and I'm only using 510. And actually, I pay my credit card off usually 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a month. But this is what the balance was at the end of the last billing period. So that is what got reported. Now, if you go down here, it's going to tell you the cards that I have. This is a Chase card that I use for my business. This one down here is a Chase card that I've had for many, many years. And then this is a Kohl's card. So that is all of the credit cards we had. I closed everything when I paid off my debt except for our personal Chase card and Kohl's. I keep forgetting that I didn't close Kohl's. And then later on, I did open a new Chase card for my business Sense and Purpose. So we go down here and see what the tips, and it's just telling me to keep my total credit card balance below $26.85 to maintain my A. So I just love seeing these. I think they're fun. I think it's especially if you're trying to learn more about your credit score and be able to make better decisions that will better impact your score. I think this is such a neat tool that can really help you understand things better. And I love how they give you these very specific numbers to explain exactly when your score would be affected. I don't know if I should go through all these or if that's a little much. Let's go down here quick because you can see I have a C, an account mix. So again, this is a low impact. If you remember, it was only 10% of our score. And it's rating me a C because I only have two types of credit accounts, 3 credit cards that we just reviewed, and I have 1 home loan. We are debt free except for our mortgage, so we do have a home loan. Again, here I am at a C. I'm kind of embarrassed by that C a little bit, not gonna lie. And it's again just recounting all of the open accounts that we just reviewed. Here is my mortgage account. It also gives you the monthly payment and your debt to income ratio. I just covered that up. My husband wants me to be a little bit more private with our finances, so I'm just trying to be respectful to him. It's just telling me, again, what we've already covered, adding a couple different types of credit accounts to the mix will show lenders that I can manage multiple forms of credit. This is not something I'm worried about. One more thing I wanted to point out, that is if you scroll down here, and you see the section that says debt analysis, that is actually just a shortcut to the screen we were just on. So I'll show you. If we click on that, it just takes us right back here to that account mix section. That is pretty much all I use Credit Sesame for. Again, if you're looking for something super, super accurate, you probably would want to enroll in one of the premium programs that is going to give you daily updates. You're not waiting for anything to update at the end of each month. That's completely up to you, but I will leave the link for Credit Sesame down in the description box and check it out. Let me know what you think. So that about wraps up today's video. I hope you found that helpful in some way. Remember, I will leave the link for last week's video down below and also the link where you can sign up for Credit Sesame for free and get in there, sign up and check it out and see all the different helpful tips it has to offer you as well. Leave me a comment and let me know whether or not you use credit cards for your daily spending or whether you are just not a fan and you try to stay away from them altogether. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, if you are not subscribed, take a second and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to click the bell. That way you'll get notified when my next video comes out, and we will be talking about how you can use a credit card to improve your score and never have to worry about paying interest. I appreciate you so much for watching today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.
I remember the day when we started talking. We were kids and I knocked down all of your marbles, but you